Hey you guys, well I tried to have you guys spend the weekend with me to the graduations, and I didn't get I'll have to insert the kids' graduation pictures. I didn't really get, Parker graduated from 8th grade, so I didn't have the camera to film that, unfortunately. But we're headed out real quick. I need to go to the grocery store. But I also need to go to Five Below and TJ Maxx, and I'm gonna see if I can go real quick. I'm gonna see how quick I can hit the road, because I want to be back home before 2 o'clock. And it's 12:45, so let's see what we're gonna do. I saw some kids walking on the side of the street. Yes, supposed to be, is these kids or adults?
Adults.
And that's a kid on the side. I would hate to call the, what do you call that? No, school ain't out for everybody yet. We really got out of school early. And that's okay. But anyway, this is my breakfast. Nature's Bakery. Let us go and hurry up and come back, because tonight I'm just kidding. Tonight is my nephew's band concert. Piper is sick, so I don't know if I'm gonna make it, but we'll see. I know, I need to get up there and clean it. So I was talking to you guys the other day about our plan for this upcoming year. I really didn't have a plan, and especially not this type of plan. But y'all, I just moved out all of our homeschool things out of that room and put made me a mini office where I had bookshelves for me. I do have bookshelves for the kids, but it's just not as elaborate as it was. You know, it was just a place for them. And now I'm like, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? I actually need a bigger house at this point. I need a plan and a bigger house. I don't know. But yo, we're already 5 minutes late because Starbucks. Kinda. I see.
Mommy, they said that
It is so hot out here when y'all looking like winter.
I was sitting in the back room. I wasn't planning on going. We need to go to New Orleans because New Orleans is one raindrop away from flooding over. Mommy, I want that so bad.
That doesn't work. Okay, this is not what we're looking for.
I'm buying this. I'm so buying this. $40.
Oh, they don't have music on. Well, dang. What's that? Looking. Here it is. Let's see which one she has. How much is this? $6.99.
This one's
I paid
cheaper than this
$30. Hold on, because I want to see which one she's.
It's the one that she has. This is the Beehive.
Okay, but I want to see which one she's using.
But I have dry skin. She has oily skin. Do they have the lotion?
This is.
Well, I found it on Clearance, one.
Okay, then they have this one.
That's good. That comes from the volcanoes.
Which one do you want? Which one do you have, Cuppy?
This one.
The blue one? And what else do you have with it?
I used the Laneige.
Okay.
I don't use that one because it broke me out. I use the Laneige moisturizer.
Okay, let's get this one.
And I also use this. I'm just gonna use this one and the spot.
Okay. Okay, let's see what else they got real quick. They got. We should get 2 of those though. Oh, it's on sale.
Oh, red tack. Are you not gonna get
Where is it?
good for your hair too? It makes your hair soft. It's only $9. It's $30 on Yes Style. The green app. I forgot what it's called. Yeah, Yes
some
Style.
green tea. Mm-hmm.
It's only $16. They got the Dopo toner.
The what?
Dopo toner. What's that? It's Johnson High, I think.
All right, come on, girls.
My phone is 4K 100.
Can I get some? Because I didn't eat. And I got points.
No, because nobody else can. Hey guys, welcome, and that is why I woke y'all up. Welcome back to my channel, y'all. It is summer break, and we are already in the trenches of summer break. Like, we're learning lessons already, and I'm gonna do a blog about how to feed your kids during the summer. And it'll help out a lot of parents, especially the parents who are on like a normal budget, and what it hasn't been. I don't think I'm filming it right. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today is Wednesday, May the 14th, and we are definitely only 3 days into summer break, and we're already learning lessons, and we're in the trenches of things. Okay. I'm getting ready to put out a blog about how to feed your kids during the summer, and I know that this is going to be effective, especially for parents who do not feed their kids all year, you know, like breakfast, lunch, and dinner, which is something that I do have to provide for. Girl, what is it?
I just want
Under what? I'm not really scared of bugs. It's one thing that I really have to provide for my children is breakfast, lunch, and dinner, because they were homeschooled. They didn't have no lunch service coming to their school to provide any lunch. So we were sending lunch, and specifically my kids wanted hot lunches. They didn't want no, I feel like y'all are crooked. They didn't want no, they did not want no sandwiches, peanut butter and jelly sandwich. They wanted something hot. So we did like soups, mostly chicken tenders. We did salad, cheese roll-ups. What else did we do, guys? Pepperoni, pinwheels. Y'all don't do her like that. So we had like a lot of an assortment of ideas that we did for hot lunches for school. And honestly, looking at my grocery bill, it did not add to or take away too much, because there were a lot of things that we bought that were similar every week that the kids will either ask for or not ask for. And therefore I had more than enough.
Mom, who are we waiting?
We're waiting for this person. More than enough food left over. So we'll talk about that in just a second. Hold on, let me order her food.
What can I get for you?
Can I have a chicken nugget Happy Meal?
It's like the 6 or the 4.
4.
Okay.
Could I have a Sprite?
We got it in Sprite.
What do you have?
We got Coke, Dr. Pepper, orange, high C, sweet tea, water, milk, and apple juice.
Okay, give me
And Fanta.
give me a Coke. You want a Coke? A Coke will be fine.
Set it in.
A Coke will be fine.
Okay, what's this? Sauce?
That's it.
Okay, you pull it on.
I didn't know what she was saying.
My PMO was coming off, Mama.
Your what?
My PMO.
What is that?
What do you have for Jesus?
How is Chipotle going bankrupt?
It's with a
Chipotle.
Chipotle.
How is it going bankrupt, guys? It's not. Or you know, Chipotle.
It's like like your auntie.
Chipotle.
Mommy,
Shamika.
Chipotle.
Or you know that Chipotle was supposed to be your name. But I had to tell Mom, no, don't name of that.
He's gonna call you Potle.
Chipotle.
Or we were gonna call you Pope. Freaking Pepper said Chipotle, Portland.
Hey guys, welcome back. Today is Friday. We made it to Friday, you guys. I'm headed out to run to a couple of stores real quick. Also, really want something to drink. But you don't have any money. I really want something to drink. So, let's see about that. Hey, right here. Pull that cord. Pull that cord. Huh? Get her iPad.
Copy. Yeah.
Anyway, I cannot drive with this. Why did you step on it?
Because I was scared.
Y'all, it is humid and everything out here. I got some tutus and stuff for my dance camp that I typically have. Let's see what's in here real quick. I haven't what's in the bag. Hold on. Prop y'all right here because I'm probably gonna need this stroller. Can y'all see me?
Yes, Mom. Pick it, I'm trying.
Oh, these are cute. Thank you. What school my kids graduated from? My boys. So cute.
Why is there so much stuff?
So she gave me 2 bags and a box. All right. What are you scared of?
No.
I feel like my pants and stuff are just too big today. Oh, comfortable. It's not very comfortable. You know the question always when we get in the car, hold on, let me put y'all in this thing. Ugh. When we get into the car to go, hold on.
Mama, can I pay you to buy me a refresher?
You don't have no money.
I have money. I just counted it.
I don't want no change. The thing about it is when we get ready to go somewhere, the question is always where we're going, how long we're going to be out, things of the sort. Let me start y'all over. The thing about getting out and stuff like that is getting out the house, how long we're going to be out, how many places can we go, and how many of the same places are we going to go to. You know, because it seems like it's always raining. But I need some paper towel, and I've been needing paper towel all week. And another thing too is like when I get out the house, and if my kids give me any inkling that they're gonna be like disrespectful or ornery or annoying, then I'm ready to come home. I don't care if we just made it like right down the street. I'm ready to come home. So yeah, I'm gonna go and probably grab me a green tea because it's like that time of the year. I don't know if I want a green tea. No, I actually want a real tea. I think. Sometimes the caffeine be too much for me. But anyway, yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get a real tea. Go from there. You want a tea, Cuppy?
Yes, ma'am.
Alright, you can have a tea, but you have to buy it yourself. Okay, good.
How much is it?
They're like $3.
Oh,
I actually need to buy me a tea pass or something.
me too.
But yeah, I've been listening to Oprah's podcast with Tina Knowles. So I listened to Michelle Obama's podcast with Tina Knowles. I also watched Oprah's, and so far I feel like I want to read the book. Honestly, I can't see anything different that would be in the book that they haven't talked about, but they really only did like 3 key parts. She talked about her nephew, who was a pivotal portion of her life growing up. Her parents had her when her mom was 44. Her mom and dad was 44. So see, that there is hope for those who are older and have children. You know, I had Piper when I was like what, 10. I think I was 42. So, but her mom died when she was 26, right after she got married to her husband.
You were 40. No, she was not. That would make Piper 6.
And so,
Mom was 42.
anyway, y'all all up in my business. I don't like that. Anyway,
You were 42. I just said that.
so that's that. She talked about that. She didn't give like a lot of information about her daughters in the book. She just kind of gave them their own room to talk. And I feel like that if you're writing a book and it's about yourself, it's like not fair to include people or to tell other people's story, because you know your story is often different. I know growing up as a pastor's kid, my story growing up comparatively to my brothers is a totally different story. I think when you are a daughter, and you grow up your entire life as a pastor's kid, it is so different. And listen, it is not even, it's like uncomfortably different than possibly have, because to me, looking on the outside, looking in, of course I'm just looking at their perspective. My brothers, everybody really liked them, and I think everybody liked me, but it was to a point, you know, like if I got in trouble that morning and came to church and didn't want to speak to somebody, immediately they used it against me. Like there were no bad days for the pastor's daughter. Or if I looked over somebody. I remember being a grown 30-some-year-old woman, and left, moved back home. I hadn't even moved back home. I had came home to visit. After I had PK, walked into the church, got there super late because I was trying to get clothes on, breastfeed Parker, have her set for her daddy so he wouldn't have to feed her while I was gone. And she was so greedy, so it took a while. She was not only just greedy, but she was tongue-tied, so it took a minute during that time to try to feed her. But girl, I came in the back of the church, came around the church, came around the back of the church. Didn't speak to anybody because, of course, it's a hallway. 2 hallways. You don't see anybody. Just came in, came through, around in the back of the church. Got on the stage. When I got on the stage, it was time for the benediction. I was dead late for church. So, of course, what did I do? I went right back out the same way. I had milk coming in. I looked different. I was like, I gotta go, because you know this is like not cute. Is that my fan?
No.
This is not cute. Let me go on out, honey. People were mad at me. They thought that I was deliberately trying to be evil or rude to them, and honestly, I didn't have the bra or the bandwidth to withstand talking or hug. I couldn't even hug nobody at that point. You know how mom's your new mom and you're so full, you touch me, it's coming out. It was at that moment, because my baby was very greedy. So anyway, they got mad at me. So yeah, back to that. I said all of that to say that my story is a little bit different. And you know, speaking of that, it was a little girl. She was a young girl. Now, if I was 32, she had to have been like 12, 13. She sent me an email telling me how awful of a person I was to have walked into the church and not spoke. And I'm like, what? Listen. I didn't know that you were counting up. I didn't know you was doing it to me. But she was, like they say here, she were doing it. And it really kind of hurt my feelings a little bit. No, it didn't hurt my feelings. It just made me gasp. Because I didn't know their destiny lied, well, it didn't, in the way I spoke or if I didn't speak or not. And I honestly didn't mean to. I was dealing with some things on my own. It had nothing to do with them. It just had something to do with trying to find my place back in life. Trying to, you know, people go through things, and I don't think people realize that. Hold on, let me get my teeth on and tell you this. You saw me. Hey, she has a cookie.
She got one too?
A cookie.
What kind?
What kind? Chocolate chip. I'll get you one because I kind of want crumble. And there's no. Okay, anyway, sometimes when you are in a position where. Thank you so much. When you are in a position where I'm gonna start tipping them because listen, McAllis just got Starbucks beat with that I don't even have to come in line. And I've been talking too much, my jaw's hurt. But anyway, let me tell y'all this. Sometimes when you are in a position that is, and it don't have to be like you're famous, but you are the biggest, you are one of the biggest persons in the space that you're in. So say if you live in the city, your father's the mayor, you the mayor child. Or you live in the city and your father's the preacher and you the pastor's kid, and you pastor's kid of a pretty nice sized church. Church ain't like huge, but it's a nice sized church. Sometimes you are put in positions to where people acknowledge that they have problems, but they don't acknowledge the problems that you have. So you're never given that opportunity to say, hey, I'm trying to figure out things for myself. They want you to come in, I already figured it out. And who is that fair to? Like, now I've been a little bit more compassionate about that. Even like kids, even like putting my kids in front of people and stuff. You know, sometimes I wonder, like, you know, I go through so many periods of trying to prepare them to be in front of people and how to speak and talk and stuff like that, only because I know people judge you so hard for A, your appearance, B, whether or not you can talk or speak. And you know, there's a video right now on YouTube of Pierre, and we were doing this family Christmas show, and Pierre's 21 now, but at that time I think he was 4. In the video, first of all, he was not even supposed to be in the video. It was supposed to be me and my siblings. And Pierre entered with his coat, hat, and hood. First, he just walked past the camera, and we were just like a little like, yeah, we're filming this live. And we were trying to do it where we had no takes. We just wanted like an intimate portrait of Christmas with comments. There was gonna be no takes, so whatever we said, we were gonna say. Now, some stuff we probably cut out, but not to the point that we were gonna just stop the video and take him out, because we were talking, trying to get things out. He came back in. He had a Power Ranger mask on his head, and he came back in. And the second time he came in, I mean, he looked like there could possibly be something wrong with him, because like, why was he coming in and out like that? Let's just be real. The third time he came in, he started turning around in a circle. So I grabbed his arm. By then I was able to catch him by then, and he broke free. Somebody else caught him. It was a lot going on, but I'm just reminded of how somebody probably have read that. Like, they either said, oh, he's really bad, or they said something's wrong with him. That makes me think about Rumi, when Rumi came out and she was waving. Can you imagine being that age and having all those people say, hey, Rumi? You know, you don't know what they're saying in the audience. Rumi or whatever. And she's just waving like, oh my God, all these people love me and they know me. And we judged that baby. We said something was wrong with her. That's not fair. That is not fair. To me, when she came out like that, I felt like she was a loved child. A child that her parents really loved her and probably doted on her quite a lot. And she probably understands fame, because when she comes out, people are probably yelling. Y'all went to the store right here. Yelling at her mom. How long have I been talking? Yelling for her. 14 minutes. Okay, that ain't bad. yelling for her mom. So she's probably used to that type. Pew was kind of used to us filming and stuff, but this time he was like, I'm gonna be on the film. I don't care what nobody say. So I don't know. Give people grace. Give people the grace that you would want to have if you were in the situation. Okay, I'm getting ready to go to Dollar Tree, and then I'm gonna take these kids to the mall, and we're gonna get our life today in Jesus' name. All right, I'll take y'all with me. Pier lot. I want to go to the back to where the room sprays are. Some room sprays. Huh? Strawberry earrings. Hey guys, it's Sunday. We made it to Sunday to Sunday. We're on our way to church. Have a little dinner. This never fails. I mean, a little breakfast before church. And then we're out. The way to cook this bacon is so thin. I like to bake my bacon. It makes the crispiest bacon. See? Where's my phone? It makes the crispiest bacon. But you have to double it. I don't know who owns this church right here now. We don't take care of it like the other owners do. Alright.